Good evening, and welcome to the Gary Brodsky Show. Little trouble logging on again. How to do the zero tolerance checklist. And tonight's going to be amazing. It's going to be about Satanism, how it exists, where it exists, why it exists, and how it's affecting everybody on this planet. So sit back, relax, enjoy, and I will begin immediately after station identification. GaryBrodsky.com, OccultForce.com, BrainTrainPower.com. Brought to you by those. Plus, WealthPlusPower.com. Okay, got that out of the way. Let us begin now. Satanism. Where is Satan? Basically, I can tell you where he is. Where he's doing most of his work. Hollywood. That's right. Right there, in everybody's house, that big screen, that's where he's doing most of his work. Now you got to say, oh, come on. Really? Let's look at all the work that is being done by the satanic orders that run this country, this world. They're not called the New World Order for no reason. They're satanic, and they promote the most insane ideas, and everybody goes along with it. Everybody goes along with it. And let's examine Hollywood for a second before we get into music, the dumbing down of America, and everything else that they do. And especially screwing around with gender roles, because that is the heart of the whole thing. Yeah? All right, Hollywood. Every actor that you know of had to be in drag at some point or another. And I just can't think of the list right now, but Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall, Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire, Dustin Hoffman, Tootsie. I'm sure I'm missing a lot here. James Bond, Thunderball, Sean Connery, all had to dress as women. That's part of the Hollywood insider. And when they say insider, they really do mean it. Secrets. Some like it hot. I mean, the list will go on and on and on. Yeah, they're playing that gender twist game. And if you want to be a star, and we all know a star is the pentagram, in Hollywood, you're going to have to follow the satanic agenda. Now, don't take my word for it. Miley Cyrus, all of them say, I sold my soul to the devil. Bob Dylan wishes he didn't, but he did. Doesn't mean his music is bad, but it means he did. He said it on 60 Minutes. The whole gender-bending thing. And they've got everybody going for it. It's almost funny, but it's really not funny. Now, this whole thing with the new feminism, the new this, the disempowerment of men, the disempowerment of women. Like the sexes were just invented 3 weeks ago. We're trying to figure out what to do with them, right? Wrong. And it is everywhere. Now, Aleister Crowley, the guy who called a beast, he considered himself Satan's representative on earth, wrote in a book called Magic, I think it was called. But he said, do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Okay, and now if you go to the rock music, every song is basically do what you want to do. It's your thing you want to do. It's in every song, hidden, whatever. Google, YouTube, Johnny Todd, good friend of mine. Hear what he has to say about it. It's all true. Of course, they try to discredit the crap out of people. But you see it everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Now, the dumbing down of America. Now, let me get back to Aleister Crowley for a second. Okay, he said by pharmakeia, which some people actually, think of as spells and stuff like that. It's not that at all. It's pharmakeia means the mixing of poisons that screw your mind up. Basically drugs. That through pharmakeia, rebellion, and by gender insanity, they will take over the world. We don't see that going on around here, do we? No, not at all. It's everywhere. Pedophilism has grown to the point where it's now an institution. It's in every secret society. How sick are these people? Now, I'm going to get some heavy stuff here. Hitler, Stalin, Mao, all the mass murderers of the world. You know what Satan's problem with them is? They didn't do it right. Mass murder is great with them, but they didn't do it right. And do you want to know why, in the eyes of the Satanists, they did not do it right? It's because they had to actually go and grab people and throw them into pits or whatever they did with them and kill them. That's no fun. Yeah, that's good, but to them it's not that good. What they want is people to voluntarily throw themselves in the pits and kill themselves. And that's the brainwashing you're getting today. People are bad, people are destroying the earth, and people have said this, the best thing you can do for the planet is to kill yourself. And of course the person saying it is still alive, obviously, but that is their agenda, is to get everybody to surrender. Now in Hollywood, yes, bizarre and sick sex rituals are in there. They tell you, well, you have to do it to get in here. You got to do it. Not everyone. This is just, you know, the further back in time you go, the less there was of this. Now it's everywhere. Now if you want to be a star, you have to submit to all sorts of perverted, disgusting sex acts that are not normal for your agenda. And then we'll give you everything you want. And look at the lives of all the stars, movie stars, rock stars, all of them. Miserable. Suicides, off the chart, all in rehab, drugs. Where's all the fun? Hey, they left that out, didn't they? Now, let's just stop covering everything. I'm going to fine-tune it. The dumbing down of America. 100 years ago today, or yesterday, they used to teach Latin in high school. That was part of the curriculum. Now they teach you remedial English in college. There's your proof. You may say, well, where is any proof of this stuff happening? Well, let's see. Every day goes up. It's like 35, 38%, probably more by the time the show's over. Percent of the people are on antidepressants, which basically makes you a zombie slave. And that is, slavery is a big part of the satanic agenda. I know that because I know a lot of people who are, you know, it used to be at work, you could have any opinion you wanted. This guy believes in this guy's crazy, does that, this guy gambles, this guy. Nope, now everybody is one face, one mind. Conformity is of the devil. That's right. And now people are, I'd love to be a friend of Facebook, put some great posts up on that. But my boss goes over my Facebook page, and if he sees you on there, off. That's not a job, that's slavery. So let's look at the Constitution for a second. It says, endowed by our Creator. That means a bunch of guys that say this is a good idea. It was taken from God. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do we have life today? Do we have liberty? Do you have the pursuit of happiness? No, we have debt. We have misery. We have stupid arguments over nonsense, and I'm just as guilty as anybody else, believe me. But I research this stuff. I don't see if there's any questions because it seems to be silent. Okay. Questions, Gary Brodsky, 123 at AOL.com. I know this is not my usual type of show, but this has to be out there. People have to know about this stuff. Because, you know, it's like my new saying for the day. Women say to me, how come I can't meet a good guy? Because you don't deserve one. And that's pretty much what society has gotten. Because now there's never enough for anybody. Everybody wants more, 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 more. Of what? They don't even know. They just know whatever they have, not enough, I need more. Here's $1 million, how come not 10? Here's 10. How come not 20? And they spend their lives, as it says in the Bible, love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, love of money. Because once you fall in love with money, you are pussy whipped by money. That's right. You see these wealthy people, some are happy because they didn't fall in love with money. They fell in love with themselves. Big difference. You got to love yourself and you can't love anybody else. But they only fell in love with money. And what is their life? Sitting around playing with money all day, always worrying about losing it, this and that, the whole nonsense that goes along with it. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I get that one later. What else? Divide and conquer. The whole gay agenda. The whole feminist attack agenda. Every agenda that was condemned in the Bible is now being shoved down our throats. And I know I lose a lot of people just talking about this stuff, but it does say this in the Bible, which I happen to believe in, which is very rare these days, that effeminate men are not good. Okay? I'm just paraphrasing it. Doesn't exactly say it like that. What kind of men do you see today? They all talk like this? Yeah. Men shall not lie with man like he does with woman. That's in the Bible. God did not send me a notice yet that his policy has changed. Now, I'm not anti any person. I don't think they should be denied the right to live. But I'm anti the agenda. And let me explain that. I'm pro-gun, but I'm anti being shot at. I'm pro-martial arts, but I'm anti being beaten up. If you see the point I'm trying to make. I get a lot deeper, but I'll do that on the webinars. I don't feel like getting sued tonight. Which brings us to another one. False witness. But I don't want to get into that right now. Okay, invoking spirits. Now, there are good spirits and there are bad spirits. Just like there's good things in everything. You have the opposite. There's light, there's dark, there's cold, there's hot. There's men and there's women. That is defined by years ago, I forgot who, but men and women refer to human beings. Male and female refer to animals. Now we are like animals. Look at the application. Male, female. No, it's man or woman. And when you invoke spirits, if your heart is good, you're going to invoke good spirits. If your heart is bad and you seek through bad things, hey, you're going to invoke bad spirits. I'll give you the John Dilger example. No internet, no Craigslist, none of that. He wanted a gang of 14 crazy bank robbers that would shoot it out with people. He had the spirit and the magnetism to attract. I actually got 14. Babyface Nelson, Pretty Boy Floyd, Hugo Van Meet, I can name them all. How did he get it? He had the mentality to attract that. And now banks are robbing us. It's kind of funny how the thing reversed. But the biggest and best way to fight all this stuff, this bizarre insanity, everybody wants to be a star today. Not famous, not well known, but a star. They don't want to do anything for it, and believe me, there's a path to that. It's just, but invoking good spirits, I mean, yeah, basically, they have good angels, bad angels. Bad angels are called demons, good angels are called angels. But look how society has changed so quick. Kids don't have fathers anymore. They have television. Kids don't have friends anymore. They have computers. People don't have wives or girlfriends anymore. They have a woman with a cell phone. Look at how we have divided ourselves. And it's very easy to stop. How? Stop doing it. I haven't watched any new shows in a long time. Orange is the New Black, yeah, that's it. So if you know any stuff, hey, just text it in, Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com. Because right now what's really big, atheism. The new religion. They even have churches of atheism. And they say, I believe in science. Not religion, science. Really? Science is only proving religion right. But I'm not going to get into that right now. All right. I got to make this thing, this gyro to turn around. Lonnie, I'll send you an email. Thank you. And it's great to see you too. Yep, the show is off topic. I know that. But it actually is on topic about women because they have divided men and women. Now this whole thing with a new thing called eye rape. Looking at a woman can be considered rape. And then yet the satanic part is women strive to be looked at. And then we look at it and it's like, oh, okay, bad. Doublespeak, 1984. Brave New World, it's all in there. They know what was going to happen because they were the people doing it. They both got killed for those books. It started back in ancient Egypt. You see the eye everywhere. You see people doing this, which I thought was okay, but this is actually 3 6s. You see this symbolism. You see it on everybody who's on top now. So who controls them? They are all possessed, okay? But we don't have real churches anymore with real exorcists and guys who really believe in God. I go to church, I get anxiety. Serious anxiety because I know that they're 501c3 and they have to preach not the religious agenda, but the spiritual agenda. Now I got to go back to messages and see if anything new came in. Nope. Okay, very slow night. Why? People don't want to hear this stuff. They don't want to hear that it's in the rock music and everything you do. It's in hip-hop now more than ever. Google and YouTube, the satanic agenda in hip-hop, and you won't believe what they do to people. They're promoting a culture where poor people, they don't sit around and figure how can we help each other. They go around shooting each other. That's not normal in any society. That's programmed. That's what they call TVs, programming, entertainment. Okay, I'll give out a quick question here. See if I can answer it quick enough. Does anyone know what entertainment means? It means to detain until something else enters into you. Basically, it's brainwashing by your own ignorance. Hey, how you doing? GR, good to see you. I missed your show during the past 3 weeks due to travel and general craziness of life. Good to be listening again. I have a question. Is Bacardi rum... Bacardi rum is fine. That's what I use. Talking about rituals. And I do rituals, but they're not satanic. Because everything is a ritual. Getting dressed is a ritual. Working out is a ritual. Cracking jokes and having a sense of humor is a ritual. There's a punchline, there's a setup. Everything is a ritual. And sometimes you got to use the weapons that they use against you for you. And it works. And it does work. Now it's funny because if you think of rock and roll music and the 50s years ago when this is satanic music, they were right. They were 100% right. And I love rock and roll. I am addicted to it. I admit it. There's no Rock and Roll Anonymous yet. But if there is, I'll have to join it. I even worked in the rock and roll industry for a while. And I saw, and they talk openly about it, because let's face it, they're not too smart. They're on drugs, and they're just blurting out stuff. But yeah, it's permeated in every form of entertainment. Now in politics and in the news for your benefit. History is really weird because I don't know if the history you hear is the true history that even happened. I just don't know what to believe anymore. I see the news going by sometimes because they have it on everywhere now. You go to a bank, you're online, there's the news flashing by. Do I believe anything they say? I don't know anymore. All credibility has been lost. But the big thing, wow, here come the questions. Hey, Brent, good to see you. Operation Red Stockings to feminize men? Absolutely. And the sub one was Operation Mockingbirds, and Operation Red Stockings is the one that was to feminize men. And I'll talk about that. Operation Red Stockings was funded by elements within the CIA. I'm not going to say the CIA did it. Elements within Central Intelligence to start a radical wave of feminism. I know who funded it. I'm not going to say it here. I do like living. Something I come to get used to. Was funded to create the new feminism. They created Ms. Magazine. It's all out there now. It's not even hidden. They don't even care. They figure people are just too stupid and don't give a shit, won't do a damn thing about it. And that's probably they're right. But they funded this whole new feminist thing. They wanted to play with people's minds. Just see if they can get people to dance to their music. And they danced. Oh, did they dance. First, it was, you need to have an orgasm every day. This was for women, which, hey, I'm not going to complain about that one too much. And you'll feel great about yourself. You'll have that glow. Then it's like, no, you need to keep men out of your life. And that's when they had Gloria Steinem, who was an operative. She admits it. She graduated a college that doesn't exist, to put out a magazine, which they bought all of them. So look, it was selling really big, promoting this. A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. The three fishes were buying bicycles, so. Yeah, it started with that, Operation Red Stockings, to see how they can degenderize men and empower women, who always had power, by the way. Okay, there was some issues with voting rights and credit and other things, but they had power back then. In fact, more so than today. Why? Because they weren't on antidepressants. They weren't sitting around miserable, lonely, with absolutely no hope of getting a man because men have turned into such fucked up people. So yeah, women used to get jobs to meet men. Now you can't meet on the workplace. You can't date anybody in the workplace. This and that. Isn't that a workplace? No. And it's happening in schools too. You know, I know a school right around here. If you shake hands, you're suspended. I guess they're going to have to bring back bounty. And you can't have a best friend now. You can't have, you know, all these rules, more rules. And that's how Satan works. And the people who are satanic actually believe in God. That's the whole sad part. But they want people to become atheists. See, they can't really do anything to you. They got to get you to do it to yourself. Hey, Chris, good evening. How are you? Regarding the satanic origin of word, I have realized there are rock musicians and there are rock stars. Perfect. There are actors and there are stars. I have come to learn that a porn star is double whammy. Nonetheless, recently, one of the rare times I watched news on TV, or there was an interview about how a porn is causing erectile dysfunction. I saw that one in younger men. I've been listening to your stuff now and watching your shows for a few years. My instant reaction is to that news story was in a sarcastic, drooler-like tone. Gee, you think? Chris, you are so right. You are so right. You know, this country has, doesn't have the most. It is the only country, the United States of America, that has erectile dysfunction. And they have so many ways of getting into you. One is bisphenol A, which is on receipts. It's in plastic. It's in everything you could possibly think of. Fluoride in the water. And I'll tell you one of the greatest hoaxes ever played because I was part of that one. Do you know what is in bottled water that is not in tap water? Nothing. It's the same exact water. And you're paying $2 a bottle for it. It started out with Evian water. Evian is backwards, is naive, okay? They like to play their games. And that's in my book, The Castration of the American Male, which has now been updated at GaryBrodsky.com ebooks called Wake Up Call. It was a big joke to see how stupid people are. making people pay for water. That if you want to go into the bottled water business, here's what you need. Bottles, a label, a garden hose. End of story. There's no secret spring in Poland. Nobody ever drowned in Poland Spring. By the way, you're going fishing. I'm going to be at Poland Spring tonight. No, I'm going to be at the, I just all the names I don't know. All you need is a good name, a good bottle, and people pay $2 what you can get for free out of the sink. But there's fluoride, just as much fluoride that's been tested in bottled water as there is in tap water. So they're getting you with that. So yeah, they're causing erectile dysfunction. Now what's funny is the people's, basically reverse or, reaction. When Viagra first came out, yeah. A couple of months later, it's not perfect. It never was. They want you to think it's got to be made of steel. It's made of steel down here. And they started playing with your mind, and they do it with the television set. They do it with a whole bunch of different attacks. I just watch old Dragnets, basically. I'm happy. Before they're able to encrypt hidden messages, always hidden messages. Look around and see people doing this, the pyramid sign. I don't know if the pyramid is evil or not, but it's all part of that agenda. So shoes aren't evil, but evil men have worn shoes. But that was a great one, Chris. Thank you. Okay, Nick. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Nick. Hey. Got to be a little funny tonight. You're getting serious. Hey, Gary. The reason I've been striving to embrace a new alpha version of myself. However, all the people around me, family, co-workers, and some friends, constantly remind me of who I was in the past. This is a great hindrance while embracing the new version of myself. How do I get around this? You're the best, Nick. No, Nick, you are the best. I'll tell you how to get around it right now. You can't go ahead while you're tripping over baggage left behind you. You just, one of the biggest things is you cannot, the past is basically a trap. I've been in that trap myself, even a bit this morning. I'm thinking about the past. Oh, I had so much fun in the past. What happened? Fuck the past. If the past calls on you, remember, the past has nothing new to tell you. But the past has created us. Let us create ourselves in our image and in God's image. And no one, an old saying, if God be with you, no one can be against you. So remember, you're not alone in this fight. God is available 24/7, including holidays. And I hope that helped. GR is back. Gary, I also wanted to ask, what webinar where Len walked over to his Ferrari and revved it up? It wasn't really good, but it also remember the name. Also, could you... Sometimes it takes more than one shot. Okay, it's a bit private. To get through. It's like prescription for hitting a nail into a piece of wood. Take the hammer and hit it. Doesn't work? Hit it again. Eventually it will come through. This has just hit me. It's funny. Whoever said doing the same thing over and over again and you get no results is insanity never did this, okay? Just had to say that. All right, I'm a little wild. But being wild is actually preached. Being in a good mood today is a psychiatric illness. Bo Johnson, we don't have to worry about him. A great show. Hey, thanks, Bo. Why would anybody want to be a star in Hollywood when they can be alpha and fuck all the chicks you want? And then if the feminists criticize you, tell them to go eat a bag of dicks. Well, who could argue with that? But people want to be a star because they're not happy with themselves, which is human nature. It's okay not to be happy with yourself, try to improve yourself. But people want to be worshipped. Just like the Garden of Eden. Take of this fruit and you'll become like gods. And you'll be worshipped. Which I think is kind of weird because there's nobody in there to worship you. But regardless, look at the Garden of Eden story. Adam and Eve. Look what happens when one guy listens to a woman and does what she wants. Okay? Atheist or not, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, doesn't matter. That story applies today as much as it did back then. Now, it's funny when people say the serpent in the Bible. It doesn't mean like the snakes you see outside, like the ribbon snakes I have around here. That's not the serpent. The serpent is Satan, okay? That's what even these Zulus, the Hatari, believe that the serpent is a snake, satanic vessel, and it's not the snakes that they see in Africa. The serpent is actually the dragon. The dragon appears in every culture that has ever existed. In China, it's been conquered and revered. But why does the dragon exist as a fictitious character in every part of the world simultaneously? No one can answer that. I can't. But nonetheless, there is always the dragon, sometimes referred to as the serpent. What about Operation Hummingbird? There are so many operations. Operation Green Skies, operations to emasculate people. That's what it's all done. Cooperating is the problem. Not that they're doing operations. They're always doing operations to subvert and destroy human nature, human will. You don't even hear the word love or passion anymore in movies, in books, nowhere. You read the classics, and you go, wow, well, people really like this at one time? When you look at an old black and white movie, you go, holy shit, guys are dancing with women. What the fuck was that? What, didn't people go crazy? Isn't he touching her? That's assault, isn't it? That's the mentality today. And they'll keep pushing it as long as they'll keep feeding it as long as you keep eating it. Oh, I just made it up. It's pretty good. Oh, okay. Chris. I have done a little bit of research on Operation Red Stockings. For one, the logo is red, and this was done intentionally to associate with the left wing of political spectrum. You're absolutely right. Guess what flag is primary red? I'll give you one hint. The Soviet Union. Oh, yeah. Absolutely true. I know I'm wearing red. I'm not communist, okay? I hate communism. Communism is a weapon. But what do the satanic people do? People like communism will just change the words and change the meaning. We'll call it progressive. I don't think progressive insurance is really too happy about that, but they call it progressive. And the de-alphaization of men is really the part that concerns me. Because they want everybody doped up on antidepressants, miserable, not enjoying life, not embracing life, basically following the agenda. And the agenda is leading to not a good place. I recently got an email. I'm not going to mention by who. I'm sure you've gotten it too. How to know when to go for the first kiss. Big email there, right? Big course. $67. I'll give you the answer for free right now. Save you $67. Real men don't ask that question. Real men just go for it, okay? And if you get slapped, you get slapped. You get drinks thrown in your face, hey, drinks are on you tonight. That's the difference between what I talk about and what those politically correct, effeminized, estrogenized bullshit artists talk about. Big difference. Okay, Vic is here with an off-topic question. Okay, in your audio, and tell secrets on getting wealth, which is available at wealthpluspower.com. You mentioned that a person that wants to be in business with you, he asked you with strength. Can you elaborate on asking with strength? There's someone I want to be in business with, right? And I want to get the right impression. Thanks. Okay, it's not off topic. Asking with strength. Big difference between pleading and asking. Okay, and that's on the new audio out that I just released called Super Alpha. Right there. If you don't have it, get it. It really does cover it. When you walk in to do any business deal and you start talking fast, just some of the stuff, this is an hour long of all great stuff without me doing preambles for it. You got to walk in like you own the place, like you own the person. That's alpha. You get your deal. You have to have them qualify themselves to you. You can't, well, I do this, I do that, I do this. See, that looks effeminate. When you open up like this, listen, here's how the deal's going to work. We're going to structure this like this. We're going to put this together. We're going to get this out there. Hey, if money's a problem for you, I'll go to somebody else. It'll work. It's all there on all the audio programs. The new one really does cover that. Super Alpha. Because Super Alphas win at everything. No. Okay, except the chair. The chair has me beat. Well, I have all of my equipment here for the show. So, Derek, and good evening. I always like your shows. Like? Just kidding. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. What do you think of Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil? I think it's a great book. Do you think he really talked to the devil? Yes, I do. Absolutely do. Because the devil has to exist, because you want to see his work, walk outside. Look at the faces on people. Nothing. No life. Empty. Zombied. Go on a date and you see guys sitting like this. There's no communication left. There's no passion left. There's no male vigor. Oh man, that girl's hot. I'm going to go get her. Oop, that's wrong. No, it's right. Either possess a woman or leave her. That's a fact. Wow, that's so nice. Gary, I wish you, your friends, family, and staff a happy and prosperous weekend ahead. Thank you so much, Lonnie. See, that's a man, okay? Because what does the devil like? What does the satanic orders like? Appreciation, doing nice things for others, and people say, well, what do I do? And if those of you don't know, I am an ordained minister. So this is way off topic here. And I got into it because I started reading the Bible when I was young, and I saw the story of Adam and Eve, and Samson go, nobody's addressing this stuff. But I believe in eternal life. Otherwise, this life is the biggest joke ever played on anybody. But all you got to do is do good things for people and expect nothing back in return, and the world is yours. Right there, that's it. The world is yours. And that's what I do on Sundays. I go out and try to do nice things to people. People don't even like you anymore. Oh, don't touch that, don't touch this. But that is the real contribution. Not giving money to any charities because they're all pocketing their money. I know that. Those televangelists, send me all your money. No. It's going out and doing things for other people. Even going on Facebook and going, hey, you look great. Stupid things like that, but make somebody feel good about themselves will, in time, destroy the satanic hold and grip that we're under right now. Making people feel good, being charitable, you have extra, give it away. You got clothes in your closet that don't fit, hey, this is yours. Things like that, your life just feels great. Everybody's watching now. Yes, the name of the Len webinar is How to Be Rich with Len. It's at wealthpluspower.com and on sale right now. Okay, great. Matt, oh, got it, okay. Just use the alpha approach. Jason, this is going to be a good one. Gary, the news is so bad that people have become addicted to it by such measures that they will get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and see all news as some bullshit bone for people to chew on. Plain and simple. That sort of is plain and simple and right to the point. They actually will always tell you what they're going to do in advance. That's what it's called. You got to look for the hidden signs. News entertainment. It's not called news, it's news entertainment. And they have what's called prostitutes. All these pretty women, pussy whipping men, by virtue of their looks and in their eyes, to believe anything they say. I didn't even get into music yet, but maybe I can. Every Tuesday and Thursday. But we're instead of doing one line tomorrow. So you got a bit backed up. All right, Derek, how you doing? Okay, good. Do you talk to your guardian angel, or do you ever ask to be possessed by good spirits? I do both. All the time. And people go, you're crazy. And what do you believe in? I believe in cardio. Yeah, you're normal, I'm crazy, okay? I got the girls, I got the shit. Fuck you, okay? Yeah, because we are human beings. We are competitive by nature, and that's another thing that they drove out is competition. In schools around here, they don't keep score. You don't keep score, you don't compete that hard. Everybody is being indoctrinated into this. You're a winner, even if you're a loser. So you don't have to try hard. It's a sickness. And it can be stopped by everybody just waking the fuck up. Watch this. Smoking. Everybody's a smoke. It was great. Now it's like, oh my God. I met a girl the other night at the gym, and all she was talking about was my smoking. She haunted me. And then she says the words I really wanted to hear. She goes, I can never go out with you because you smoke. And I'm like, see? There is a God, okay? There is a God. Of course, she thinks she's fat. She looks out to be a beautiful woman. But they don't understand what beauty is. Beauty is brains, listening, encouragement. These are things that are forgotten, right? Taken out of the language. Encouragement. I'll back you up. I remember when I was younger. We made friends out of nowhere. You got a problem with those guys? I'll back you up. Instant friend. I'm with you. Instant friend. You don't have that anymore. It's like, oh, you did this? No, why are you doing that? Bitch fighting among men. That has to stop. And that's what they have guys doing now, acting like bitches. Yeah, it's a word that's not politically correct. Fuck political correctness. Don't you think the guy who invented this should get royalties? It's my big joke. Someone goes, I broke a middle finger. How are you going to try it? I'm going to have some more soda. Hey, John. Yes, tea light candles can be substituted. I use them all the time. They're great. And yes, there are rituals. And the rituals that I perform are not satanic. Why? Because I have no idea how to do satanic rituals. But I know the people who do them, and you see the results of them. Let's look at the rock and roll industry for just 1 second. Okay, they've all performed satanic rituals. They admit it. Guess what happens? They have to keep performing the same songs over and over again, or they'll die. They can come up with the best new song in the world. It's not getting out there because the satanic overlords say no. That's kind of interesting. Anytime anybody spoke about the New World Order in music or Satanism in music, dead. Janis Joplin, dead. Jimi Hendrix, dead. Jim Morrison, probably dead. And they always kill at age 27. Why? 9 is the number of death. 2 and 7 is 9. For those of you who are going to schools here, in America, they probably don't teach that. They teach friendly numbers now. This is kind of interesting. This is how sick it's gotten. It's called Common Core. A 300 is a friendly number than 417. And the friendly numbers, this is indoctrination, all for your own good. And my father warned me once. He goes, watch out. Not if people want to do you harm, but if people want to do stuff for your own good. He was absolutely right. For your own good, we're taking away your ability to defend yourself. For your own good, they're doing this in my gym, we're taking away the men's workout area because it's not female friendly. You know, it was really funny to have a changing table in the gym locker room. No kids are allowed, so what the fuck is that all about? But it's just mass insanity that's sweeping the world. You want to alpha up? You want to get where you want to go? Where you want to go? You want to get anything you want? You want it the right way? There's only one way, the alpha way, and it's only at GaryBrodsky.com and WealthPlusPower.com. And of course, most things are on sale because, hey, I'll admit it, I need the money. One button here. Whoa, we got too many questions here. I'll have a nice evening. Dan, all right, Dan the man. Hey, Gary, great old school Fila outfit. Thank you. I remember a bunch of cool alpha guys wearing those. Hey, that was me. See, you know, when people go to the new age, I'm for the old age. The old age, yeah, I actually believe that the Bible is the Word of God. How crazy is that today? Probably institution truck going to pull up right now and throw me in there. The new age has gotten us such great things. Misery, heartache, debt, the economy falling apart, everything falling apart. Well, I'll tell you something. The only thing that's going to defeat that is God. That's it. The old age stuff. The new age, what did it build? Distrust, mistrust, people arguing, fighting back and forth about nothing. People becoming idiots in a country that's so full of knowledge. What did the old age have? Empires, new ideas, Renaissance. I'll take that. All right, men feminized. What size type are you using here, Derek? Well, this is some good stuff. Gary, I notice a lot of men have the homosexual type voice. Isn't that amazing that that's now permeating the whole culture? When they're actually straight. Is this something in the water? I heard birth control pill residue is in the water and causing men to act more like females. That is true. And I'm glad, Derek, you brought it up. John, I'll get to your question in a second. Different John. There's a lot of Johns out there. It's not an uncommon name. They are doing all the stuff and more that you mentioned. That's why you have to alpha yourself up. 100 push-ups 3 times a week. Hit the gym. You got to get the testosterone to overpass, overcome, and defeat it. And yeah, I am pushing a product because it works. The DHEA, and I'll take some right now, that's on GaryBrodsky.com, drop-down menu supplements, is the only thing that's going to pump up, well, no, I mean, you can pump up your own testosterone, but it really does help, and you feel within 4 hours. It makes you tough, it makes you aggressive, and it makes you what a man is supposed to be. Because you've got to counteract. You've got to defend yourself against the weapons of male destruction. Take mine right now. No, this way. Okay. All right. The big hit header. John the Holistic Healer. All right. Can you tell people how to combine the organs with a candle ritual? John is the master of that stuff. So why don't we just do a webinar on that, and we can tell everybody in full detail. Because you're the guy who would ask how you do that. And John is a healing genius. How he does it, I don't know. He does it over the phone. I've got a couple of customers for him. I got to give him a call tomorrow. Say, hey, John, my shoulder hurts. I'll take care of it. Thanks. My shoulder's fine. Hey, John, this hurts. Thanks. I've actually done this to you, John, and I'm going to confess right now. I go, hey, John, you going to be around tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be around 3. Great. I go to the gym and do the most extreme exercises. Just in case I hurt myself, I'm going to call John. Now, a guy who heals like that is not going to be hit by bad spirits or fall for any of this bullshit. But sorry about those things. But yeah, I think I'm going to do some sparring, but make sure John's available in case I get fucked up. And it was really interesting about John. I was on the phone with him one day, and I had knee problems for months. In fact, I used to do the show. You don't see me moving around that much, trying to get comfortable in the chair, because my knee moves now. I had my knee elevated. I said, I have a knee problem. He goes, let me fix that up here. Okay, fixing the energy here, fixing the energy there. I know what he's doing. I'm on the phone with him. He goes, how's your knee now? It was perfect. To this day, I have been doing squats where the other knee hurt because it was too much weight. My lower back hurt. That knee is fine. And that knee was broken by Palehead. I'm waiting for Palehead to pop in. No, not Palehead. Gary Brodsky for president. I like that one. All right. Such good stuff here tonight. Gary, I miss the days when guys would back you up and help you get girls. Wow. You're older than I thought. Well, anything you want, and now you can't get them to back you up to save your life. But you can get cured at the best website there is, GaryBrodsky.com. Damn right. Thank you. Jason, this is such good stuff. I remember the days when you go to the gym and say, hey, can you spot me on bench press? Hey, yeah, come on. Let's do 5 sets. Now it's like, hey, can you spot me on bench press? Cardio! That was fucked up. But that's actually pretty much what happens. This is a nasty thing I did. A guy in the gym says to me, why do you need such big arms? They don't provide any purpose. I said, really? How's this for purpose? Walk the fuck out and go home. And he did. It had a purpose. For your own good. I like the title of this one. Hi, Gary. There are a few things politicians can do to piss me off more than... Sorry, I'm laughing. It's funny. There are a few things politicians can do that piss me off more than one telling me my rights are being stripped away for my own good. For example, gun control. These politicians should be lined up. Can't really finish that one. Don't want to get us in trouble. And spanked. When boys came of age back in the days when we were given knives and guns, they also taught us how to respect and maintain them. In the 50s, there was no school shootings. No, there weren't any. Now that gun control is so heavily pushed, there's a school shooting, it seems, every 5 minutes. Ridiculous. It's not the guns. It's the suicide pills and mass murder pills that they put in the antidepressants. All you have to do is read the inserts. Side effects. Okay, nausea, diarrhea, mass murder, suicide. That's a side effect? If you have any of these, please call your doctor. That's what's doing it. Guns don't kill people. Knives don't kill people. People kill people. Years ago, it was one murder was in the paper for 6 weeks. Now you can't even keep track of it and put them in the paper anymore. But years ago when I went to school, I used to bring my rifle. They had a rifle rack in Louisiana to put your gun in. 12 years old, 22, put it in the rack. I had ROTC. They used to teach actual live round firing. Now, you bring a plastic knife to school, you will do time. Now, I'm going back to the Bible. Jesus says if you cannot, because they didn't have guns back then, afford a sword, sell your garment, sell whatever you have to, and buy a sword. So he was pro-Second Amendment. He was anti-Federal Reserve. I'm going to follow his example. How is John Todd doing? Still talking fast. I listened to some of his tapes and he sounds like a really cool guy. He mentioned the devil is in the form of the law. Is this true? Oh yeah. As Aleister Crowley said, do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The law is a backdoor pass to everything. The law is involved in every facet of your life. And he is absolutely right. Super Alpha is new. Absolutely new. And it is great. And if you don't like it, it's refundable. And you know I cheerfully refund things. Cheerfully. I'm having time of my life. But we can't live like this. We can't live with this political correctness. That was invented by Stalin, the communist insane man. Do we want to live under his insanity or the freedom of God, who says you can be free? The more freedom in the Bible than you'll ever find in politics. Except for the first, like, maybe 50 years, 100 years of America. Actually, up until 1951, we're a pretty goddamn free nation. But for your own good, it's just really funny. What people do for their own good. You can't have an opinion right now. It's almost... See, that's why even hate speech being banned bugs me. Because it just starts out with hate speech. It always starts out with something nice. There's going to be like, well, I hate broccoli. Huh? Can't say that. I hate, eating vegetables. Can't say that. I hate stepping in, dog shit. Oh, that's hate. Hate crimes. Well, suddenly, you can't punish thought. That was a big joke in the old books, Thought Police. They're going to have that as soon as you think. Hate speech. You can't have like speech either. Hey, I really like her. Oh, she's a stalker. Garrett, nice typeface. Have you ever watched the interview with Yuri Bezmenov, the KGB propagandist who spoke about the New World Order conspiracy to destroy America through ideological warfare? He had a good lecture out there too. He basically offers the same solutions as you. Now he phrases the way to beat New World Order is beautiful. Thank you. I never have, but I will see you tonight. Yuri Bezmenov. I got a funny story about the name Yuri, but what the heck, I'll tell it. Let me get time for a funny story. This girl I'm very close to, she's German, and she speaks Russian because they were occupied. She's East German. And I need a translator. And his name is Yuri. Yuri, like urine, yeah. So he comes back a few days to translate, and he goes, "You know my name, right?" She goes, "Yes, Piss." Now, that's funny into itself. What's really funny is, it's years later, and hey, did you see what Piss did? His name went from Yuri to Piss, and it stayed like that. I don't know why I had to tell that story. Yeah, I want to tell people about your website. Thank God you wrote it in English. No, I don't mean English, but when you have the link on there, it just somehow... Ready? This is a great website, and I really do mean this. www.peakpotentialpros.com. For those of you who did not catch that, I'll say it slowly. www.peakpotentialpros.com. Peak Potential Pros, all one word, .com. Yeah. Want to have fun with girls? Yeah. Go to GaryBrodsky.com. I'll show you how. Soda. Oh my God, he can get shut up. Actually, I don't ever wind up for a punch. It just comes out of nowhere. Boom. Lights out. One punch, certain death. Yeah, that's me. Brent, good evening again. I like your stuff. You should have another stream during the week. You're great, Gary. Thanks, Brent. Brent, you're great. I know you. I spoke to you. You are a great man. You're a searcher, and you seek, and you will find. And you're right. I should have another show during the week. And I'm going to. After this. What do you think of The Secret? And Bob Proctor always got in The Secret. Well, Bob Proctor I happen to like. The Secret, however, is a whole other ridiculous thing. It basically is passive, and passive does nothing. In fact, I could lift this up if I was just not doing anything. You have to fight for what you want. It doesn't mean you have to struggle. It doesn't mean you have to suffer. It means you have to fight. Men are naturally warriors. And The Secret is too much about doing absolutely nothing and expecting everything. Put up a bunch of pictures of what you want. Put the picture in your mind, not on the board. Build the house in your mind. Don't look at an already built house. And here's a secret that The Secret doesn't tell you. If you see a really nice house, go, hey, I am so glad those people were able to afford those houses. I bless this house and the people in it. And that might get you a really nice house. When you see the nice house, you go, oh my God, what asshole's living in there? Probably an asshole. But if you say, really, forget that they're an asshole. You got to suspend that for a second because people are proud of their environment, whatever. But you go, hey, I really think it's great that that person has that house. Bless them, bless their family, bless this house. Things will come to you a lot faster. That's what they don't tell you in The Secret. Get jealous, you're not getting a house, okay? You don't appreciate what you have right now. I don't care if you live in a phone booth. No, they don't have too many of those anymore. But the idea is still, nonetheless, you must appreciate what you have now to get more. That's the rules of the game. And those rules do not change. Find things in your life. Find a reason to appreciate it. You get more. Very simple. It's called the law of the harvest. Still updating. But that is the law of the harvest. And when you appreciate things that other people have, and you appreciate people, whether they appreciate you or not is not important. You have to be the bigger man. Being alpha is about being a bully. It's about, as Jason said earlier, backing up and helping other people. It's about somebody who you can call in the middle of the night and say, I need 3 guys with baseball bats here immediately. That'll show up at your house. It's funny, when I was younger, everybody had baseball bats. No one played baseball. Yeah, that was standard in Brooklyn cars. Came with the baseball bat in the back seat. Just men would stand up for themselves, not submit. And that's what Hollywood and the rock business, they make you submit to horrors. But they make you ask for it now. They don't know when it's forced upon you. It's like the difference if somebody grabs you, kicks your ass, that can happen. When somebody talks you into kicking your own ass, you're never going to feel good about yourself. As the questions come in, I will stay here. Tell guys that once they turn alpha using your products, they will vibrate a signal, and this is from John the Healer, that women pick up and want to fuck them. Yeah, that's reality. What do you want to do with the girl? Shop? No, you want to fuck them. Be honest, we're men here, okay? And the women watching love this shit. I met 4 chicks, got 3 numbers, and all of them want to fuck me already. Hey, guys, this is truth here. Or go to the other guy's site and become a laughing stock. Try their stuff out. Oh, I listen to it. I find it to be the most humorous stuff I can find out there. Look at these muscles, huh? I'm talking now. Being funny here. What is this with this typeface? It's great. You gotta make sure you watch the 1 hour, 20-minute interview with Griffiths and the 1 hour lecture with he gave UCLA. Here are the links. Okay. I'm going to email this to myself. Because, yeah, you know, it's funny, but the whole world is in debt. Every country. Who do we owe? Jupiter? No, it's all by design. Design. I got that from working out with Seafood. He does that to me. All done by design. Just don't follow the design. They are counting on you following the masses. Like dead fish. They only swim with the stream. You got to be alpha, and alphas stand out. And John was right. John the Healer. Get the stuff at GaryBrodsky.com. You'll vibrate. You'll radiate attraction. Especially any of the stuff on there. But my new one is great. Super Alpha. It works. All right, Dan, how you doing? Appreciating and backing up is the way to go. With that said, I managed to piss off several people this week for just having opinions. I am labeled insensitive even though I am benevolent, polite, and respectful. Are you doing something right when you're pissing enough people off? Absolutely. If you're not pissing people off, you're being politically correct. And you know my politically correct way of picking up women. Here it is, live and in person. The politically correct way to pick up women. You don't. End of story. You don't. Okay? Women like bold men. Bold men have opinions. Whether you like it or not, fuck you. This is my opinion. That's the attitude. Attitude is everything. All right, Bruce, the attitude is everything. Like this delegation of China will sue me tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll figure out how to fit in this chair. Keep working out and I have to get shirts. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's funny. But working out is not heavy. I do like them. Look at the length of these sleeves, okay? That's why I have to roll them up. I wear a button-down shirt with the sleeves on the floor. So that's just, that's what working out is good. They don't even build shirts for guys that builds anymore. You know something? You work out, you won't have a stomach because muscle burns calories. And now, I posted it up on my Facebook page. It's proven. Cardio fills you with estrogen. Not running, not hitting a heavy bag, but the cardio machines are built for that. All right. Jealousy is one of the 7 deadly sins. Oh, big time. Which will help cancel out the law of the harvest. The best thing to do is to only show gratitude. Only then will the law of the harvest work. The 10th commandment states, thou shalt not covet. I was taught that sin is one of the blocks towards prayer and towards God. Wow, I'm mentioning God. Round them up. This is why I constantly seek forgiveness from God and why I try to pray as much as possible. Chris, that is beautiful. Because praying has been somehow erased. I actually do it. I actually pray. And people think, you're crazy. Years ago, if you didn't pray, you were crazy. Somebody re-engineered people. All right, the 3-date rule. What do you think of the 3-date rule? That some girls tend to have sex. Well, okay, I'm just reading this again. Okay, Gary, dear Gary, actually very polite, real business letter. What do you think of the 3-date rule that some girls tend to have sex before they, that some girls tend to have before they have sex? When you're alpha, the 3-date rule. First of all, let me tell you something. When you first meet a girl, this is on my audios, but for those of you who haven't heard that particular audio, when you first meet a girl, that's a date. She doesn't know it. The only thing it is a spontaneous date. Hey, sorry, I banged into your car. That's a date. Somebody standing in front of you online. Hey, excuse you. That's just the first date. The second date is a phone call setting up the third date. Hey, you know, if you talk for more than 10 minutes, you got a second date. Boom. Alphas don't go by the rules. Alphas make the rules. Everybody, hit up GaryBrodsky.com. Get that stuff. You can't be alpha enough. I can't be alpha enough. More alphas. Alphas are conquerors, winners, warriors, soldiers. Go out and pick up women as, I'm just going out to pick up women. No, I'm going out to conquer, to win, control, own, and nothing is going to stop me. Not even myself. And I'll use every tool in the world to do it. Because I am out there to conquer women. I want a business deal. I'm going to conquer that deal. I want a job. I will not only get the job, I'll take over the company and fire the asshole who hired me. That is an alpha attitude. And P.S., don't do it. Sorry. All right. Absolutely. Selena, thank you. Very powerful. Think about this, Lonnie, for a second. Before there was doctors and health insurance and all the crap that goes with it, there was less illness, much less illness. Think about it today. 1 in 6 kids are born autistic now. I know we go, maybe something's wrong, but before there was doctors and healthcare providers now and all this other stuff, there was health. Why? People used the old methods. So yeah, that's why it works. It's from the old school. Very few people died years ago. They only died 2 ways, usually childbirth, old age. If you survived your first 2 years, you were good. And most people die under a doctor's care, getting an infection, or die from the medication. Oh, I like this one. This is good. From Jason. Gary, all those idiot gurus out there, it's so ridiculous and stupid. Watching some of these guys draw it out for 3 hours. I've seen that too. With the goldfish. I just had the best laugh when watching it because they never will be alpha. Thanks. It's so true. I watch one and there's no pause button. I actually had to sit there saying this has got to end. It never ends. It never ends. It goes on and on and on. And then you look at a picture of the guy who looks like, you know, it's really funny. But they've got millions and millions of dollars behind them because they're preaching men to be effeminate, to be subservient, to be obsequious with women. They don't teach you to be a conqueror, to be bold, to be alpha, to stand up for what you believe in, to have principles and rights and care about your own life. No, you live for what the woman wants. It should be called, hey, want to be pussy whipped? Here you go. But they preach safety. They figure the more hours you spend realizing, you know, it's just really, you know, I used to just say, you know, God bless them because they're making a great living. And I do say that, but they are really preaching poison. They are preaching, I mean, I don't even know the words for it. Somebody said it in, who's listening to these guys. They are preaching how to be politically correct at how to basically lose your manhood and get a woman, which is totally an equation that does not work. Hey, thank you so much for doing this show. Please explain Lord of the Harvest. I've never heard it before. Okay, Lord of the Harvest is this. Pretty much what you put out is what you're going to get back. And this goes a lot to self-talk too. If you want to get a little deep, what you talk to yourself. Oh, I hate this one, I hate that one. Guess what? You get hating you, people are going to hate you. So here's Lord of the Harvest, basically broken down. Whenever you see a nice car go by, go, wow. Whoever's driving that car, bless them, bless the car. You see a picture of a nice house, like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I'm part of the secret. Go, wow. Whoever bought that house, they deserve that house. Guess what? You'll find it that they're going to start manifesting in your life. You know, the secret's like 3 hours long. I could have done it in 5 minutes. That's basically the whole secret is right there, is being thankful. And sometimes I do this. And this is part of the Lord of the Harvest. When things get a little tight for me financially, and it happens, I buy myself a gift, like a lighter, $7.10 off of Amazon. And by buying myself a gift, I'm saying I deserve a gift. And all of a sudden, things come to me. Sometimes through virtue of the kindness of other people, sometimes by accident. That's the law of the harvest. It's in the Bible. You just look it up online. The law of the harvest. So, you know, working 4 legs, different law. All right, back on board. Another plug for Super Alpha. Yeah, it is that good. Obviously, you listen to it and tell everybody else to listen to it. It is that good. It's this type of attitude and how to use it in every aspect, of your life. Alpha is the only way to get women. Very simple. I'll break it down. How to get women. Be alpha. How to get money. Be alpha. How to survive bad times. Be alpha. How to be alpha? Go to GaryBrodsky.com. Go to WealthPlusPower.com. Because alpha is the only thing women are attracted to. It's in their DNA. They can't override DNA with propaganda. Thank you again. Women love this show. Men too. I guess that pretty much covers everybody out there. I'm going to go till full 12:30. Ooh. So get some questions in. Checking for mail. Checking it twice. It's funny. There's cameras everywhere, so if this show cancels out, just call you in and saying, okay, I got a copy. But, you know, all the stuff, it's all because we don't have people who are alpha. Now, people who are not alpha are control freaks. But the law of the harvest is bless everyone. Bless those who curse you. That's the hardest thing for me to do. It's like, yeah, this is how I do it. It's not the way to do it, but this is how I do it. God bless that fucking asshole, prick bastard who screwed me up. Okay, I got to work on that a little bit. I'll admit that. Where did Bo Johnson go? Or he just walk by, send a question, and just... Come on, Palehead, get in the question here. All right. Thank you for the show. Great show. I didn't know it was going to turn out that good. Who knows? But yeah, the new release, Super Alpha. And the thing is buzzing, which must mean a question came in. Yes, there's a sale at P1 Imports if anyone's interested. You cannot get off the mailing list, and I don't care. I think that's great. I love to see people succeed. One of the ways to succeed is enjoy other people succeed and always be willing to learn. I'm always I'm hard to reach by phone, and I know that a lot of people are pissed off at me because I am like these two audios that were recommended to me to watch, or videos. I'm going to have to watch them. I have to constantly do research, so you don't have to. That was a strange one. I don't want to repeat that one. It was a good one. I can't repeat that. But yeah, it's about martial arts. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you practice every day. And it doesn't matter what style. Okay, style means nothing. If you practice every day for a half hour, even 15 minutes, somebody attacks you, they haven't practiced 15 minutes a day, the odds are in your favor. Because it becomes an automatic reflex, just like being alpha. Okay, we're cutting down to the end here. Get your questions in. Get your questions in. Hey, not all at once. What is the Tavistock Institute? The Tavistock Institute, which is mentioned a lot on a new audio, Super Alpha, is the Tavistock Institute for Behavioral Research, where they basically instruct how society will think, how people will act, and what they do. There's hours and hours and hours of stuff on YouTube about that. Wow, Lonnie, thank you so much. This is a great one. Every show is great show. Knowledge is power. That is absolutely true. The greatest and most valued commodity in the world. Anybody know what that is? It's not gold. It's not money. What is it? It's information. Well, Gary, keep rocking out with the Feel outfit. Bring Palehead back to life. To end my large curiosity for the night, you mentioned women and money are on the same wavelength. I very much understand that, but there are so many wealthy men nowadays who think, speak, live, and breathe money and get absolutely no women. Doesn't that project a bit of insecurity hiding behind all that money all the time? Yes, they are being controlled by the money, just like they can be controlled by women. They just happen to get to the money first. It's a long thing how women and money are tied in. Both really don't follow logic. They really have no value except what you place on it. It's a long story, but I'm glad you brought that up. All right, last question. Chris, I remember a friend of mine and I were leaving church one Sunday and grabbing lunch. He was driving. Someone cut him off. My friend's reaction was, that dick move, but I forgive you. Just because I came from church. I looked at the driver and jokingly said, God bless you, you fucking idiot. That's how I do it. I'm surprised my friend didn't have an accent. He was laughing so hard. Chris. All right, that pretty much wraps this up. Everybody go to GaryBrodsky.com, wealthpluspower.com. The alpha information is there. You can apply it as soon as you hear it. And the new one, Super Alpha, I recommend that one. It really, I got way too many emails. This was great, changed my life in 5 minutes. Can do the same for you. Thank you for watching. I'll be on the Wednesday show, radio. Please be there. Thank you very much. And if you don't know how to get there, either email me or join Facebook. I always post it up on there. So thank you. I will see you all again on Wednesday. And look for some emails because they're coming out soon. Again, everybody have a great evening. Thanks for one hell of a great show. And good night.